Hey, it's Berzinsky for Beardbrand Alliance. Beard or beardless, you decide. Yeah, we're going to take a look at a bunch of guys who have not had beards and then grew beards. I'm going to give you a critique of their beards, but also make some recommendations on how they can make them better. And I hear that there are possibly some guys in here who look better without their beards. Is that even possible? Stay tuned. That's right, we have a new batch of beard and beardless guys. And as I said before, there might be guys in here who look better without their beards. Let's take a look. First up, we have a guy who has some hairstyle going on, at least some hair color going. You can see this guy has a lot of follicles. It's 5 o'clock shadow, probably 1 or 2 days worth of growth, and already headed for beard. I'm sure he has a big beard. Oh, not big, but definitely full. This is categorized as an executive beard. This is a standard beard. If you want to wear a beard and you're afraid that in business it won't look good, or you're thinking of trimming back your beard to a length that would be seen as acceptable to people, this seems to be the length that people like. This is about a 6-week beard and looks really good. We see a little sparseness down here. It's pattern. I wouldn't even worry about it. If he wants to keep this in better shape, just put a little utility balm, maybe a little bit of oil on it. He's good to go. Not a lot of hair on this guy's face. I'm very curious. I mean, I see almost nothing in the mustache area. You see some chin strap potential, maybe some neck beard going on here. Wow, once again, another executive beard, slightly longer. But he has a respectable amount of hair. This might be one of the cases where you don't know what you got until you give it 90 days. And sure enough, in this 2-month beard, he has enough hair to grow a beard. You can actually see up on his high cheek lines that it's pretty natural up here. He has let that go. And so this might be the full potential for his beard. You can actually see that he's a fairly hairy guy. You can see by the chest here there. And at a guy at his age, his beard may definitely improve with age. Same advice as to the other guy, just a little oil, maybe some utility balm, and looking good. Okay, this is a guy who looks good without a beard. Good face shape, fantastic hair, great haircut, and a good look. Can this guy look better with a beard? I'm saying he definitely can grow a beard. You can see the trace of a 5 o'clock shadow on his lip, and definitely on his chin. I see some whiskers, and he's a redhead. So will he have a big beard? I'm not quite sure. Drum roll, please. Wow. Wow. Envious here. This is a fantastic beard. This is a beard that, even though it's cut, you can actually see that the hairs are fairly short on the sides here. There is so much going on here in terms of this beard, and you can see down at the bottom, this is nowhere near terminal. This beard probably could go inches longer without ever getting wispy and seeing through the beard at graphics on your t-shirt. So amazing mustache, fantastic look. He looks great without the beard. I think he looks amazing with the beard. It looks well cared for. I would say whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. Okay, here's a guy obviously with a mustache, but with coverage that's pretty full, and he has a lot of neck beard potential. So he probably has a lot of hair here. You can actually see he has gone in and actually shaved his neck at a certain point to leave a slightly longer beard. That's something I would recommend not doing, especially since you have this much upkeep all the time. If you're going to wear a beard that is this short, I would just go ahead and let the whole thing be stubble, including the neck. Another executive beard, and once again, a pretty good beard. If he added about a ½ an inch or an inch to this beard, he wouldn't have to shave his neck at all. So, and that amount of hair on his neck is probably about 20% that would lend itself to the thickness of the beard. So in all cases, or in most cases, I would say let the neck hair grow and see how much you have there, because it can actually weigh into how thick your beard looks in the future. Not a lot. Well, there's 5 o'clock shadow here. So This guy has a beard. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not a fantastic picture. But, you know, there's a lot going on here with the shaved sides, the really high and tight. So I'm going to say this guy's going to look better with a beard. And he looks better with a beard. And he grew a pretty classic natural beard. Pretty full, and no indication in the photograph before that he was going to have this much hair. So it's an impressive amount of growth. I would trim up maybe an inch on the bottom, and I would, in his case, refrain from cutting the sides as much, because I think that kind of weight that you're removing when you cut the sides short up here can be contributing to the thickness of a lowered beard. So, but once again, a good looking beard, and I think it definitely improves his looks. There's a lot of beard on this guy's face, a fine-looking young man, and there's a lot of beard here. So I'm going to say he is going to have a big beard. Will he look better with a big beard? Because he certainly looks fine without one. And he has an executive beard. Wow, I'm surprised by this. I thought he would have actually not so much more coverage, but a longer beard. But a very, very good look. This is a beard that has looks like it's actually not been not maintained, but you can see that he has not trimmed the cheeks at all, and really has not done anything really with his mustache. You can actually see the characteristic areas that a lot of guys complain of, saying that they are patchy, which are these areas under the lip flanking a soul patch. I think in this case, what it does is it sets off his mouth and sets off his mustache. So I think it actually can work for your to your benefit in some ways. Not every beard has to go up to the top of the lip or to the underside of the lower lip. I think in this case, it actually looks like a great pattern. I would trim up the cheeks just a little, nothing too crazy, just to tighten this look up, and I think it's a good look. Does he look better with or without the beard? I think it's a toss-up. Celebrities. And so you can actually see under his chin that he has very little hair. But you know what? That kind of pattern on his face contributes to what we know as the weekend beard. And so where it is very devoid of hair under the chin, with the exception of a tiny little soul patch, but with the tight grooming on the cheek, the tight grooming top and bottom of mustache, and that sharp line there, it makes for a very definitive shaped beard, which is signature for the weekend. So I think it looks good. Harry Styles, we are on a celebrity run here. I have never seen Harry Styles with a beard, so I will be surprised. I think we're looking at a picture here that shows the full extent of his 5 o'clock shadow. And if this is in his late 20s, this really reminds me of the beard I had when I was 27, 28 years old. I had a reasonable mustache, and some hair on my chin, but very little. You can see connecting on either side here. And you know what happened to me. My beard did come in. So will Harry's beard come in? We will see. Day 1, November. Are we going to see a day 30, November? Let's see. I see hair here. He's pretty freshly shaved. So I don't know how quite thick it is, but a 30-day beard would be about an executive or less. So in 30 days you do not get this beard in 30 days. You do not, no one, no matter, Carlos doesn't get this beard, no one gets a beard this long in 30 days. This really represents a 6-month plus beard, and a very classic natural beard at that. Once again, full potential to keep growing here. If you look at the bottom of his beard, dense and thick, nowhere near terminal. And it's a great look for a classic natural beard. And this is the beard that he sports with suit and tie, which I think is fine. I would probably just define this just a little bit, right here and right here, and just to get those areas tucked in, especially near the cheek, and get those pushed in. I would refrain from cutting those and get those pushed in. You can use styling balm to do that. Some guys would take this beard and give it more of a modern approach by doing a taper on the beard here, which is an approach, especially when you have this much hair. But in his case, I would go for the classic look as he's doing and rock it. I think it's great that he's rocking this big beard with a suit and tie. Not a lot of hair, and I don't know if he has a lot of hair on his face in general. An executive beard again, and one with a little bit of salt in it. I can't say pepper because I think he's a ginger. But I think it's a good balance. We've seen in the past a lot of guys who are bald, who grow beards. It's a nice balance when you start getting, previously you had the weight of your hair on the top and then you get it on the bottom with the beard, especially if you choose to shave your head or if you have mal-pattern baldness. I think in this case, having a beard is a great balance in your face and actually, brings attention to the top, but also interest to the bottom. So great look here. Pencil mustache. This guy has a lot of facial hair. You can see with the shaved picture, even though he's shaved, there's a blue-green cast to the face, Fred Flintstone, Homer Simpson. There's a great potential to grow a beard here. So I'm expecting quite a lot of beard. Let's see what we get. Yes, and a very fine beard at that. Very thick, very dense, lots of coverage. And you can see this and contrast it to a couple of the previous ones who had patterns of more or less hair under their lip from the weekend with none, hardly any, to ones that more make an anchor shape. This has the full coverage to the underside of the lips. And so this is the picture that a lot of guys have in their minds, and when theirs doesn't live up to this, they think they have a patchy beard. And once again, I'll go out and say that those other guys, it's not so much patchy when you have that kind of pattern under your lip. I think it's a pattern. But this is kind of near and dear to my heart when I see a handlebar mustache that's done with this much finesse. It takes me back to when I had my handlebar in a similar way. Mine got to about this length. I think at one point I was 10 inches from tip to tip here. That didn't sound great, but I'll take it. I know the work that it takes to get your mustache into this shape. I think it's a great improvement over the pencil mustache that he had before. Looks better with the beard. And last one up here, we have another guy who I also think has a lot of coverage. I think you can tell just by the hair, the eyebrows, and definitely the soul patch and the 5 o'clock shadow here. He's fairly young though, but will he grow a full beard? He grows a full beard. That is more in the modern style with the tapered sides, the faded sides, going down to, in this case, the definitive point. A lot of guys will ask for a rounded presentation or a more square presentation. In this case, a modern beard works really well when you go for more of that point in the front. Great look. And I think it actually balances the point on the beard with the type of hairstyle that he's wearing on the top. It's great that we have a modern beard thrown into the mix here, and I can't really criticize it. I think it's great. He's doing everything in terms of grooming to make this beard look good. And I think for the most part, most of the guys, with the exception of one or two who look good either way, most guys do look better with a beard. We're Beardbrand here. Guys look better with beards. I'm sticking with it. Till we meet again.
Whoever knew sweat could smell so good? I did, because I've been using Beardbrand's new deodorant. Grab it at beardbrand.com.